Hello everyone, Shaky here, and welcome back to Mine Mogul. We are going to go on a hunt for copper today to see if we can increase our copper production. We're just about done with the Master of Rods mission there. We have like 13 copper rods left to go. Copper took forever, so we're going to definitely increase that today. So let's go take a look for some copper. I'm going to go out this back side here, or this to the right here. I don't think we can get a belt through here though, it's quite tight. It'd be really hard to get something in there, and if we did, we wouldn't be able to get through there ourselves. So this is the big pit here that we found in the last episode. Get my lights out. So somehow I have to make our way down to the pit there and see if what's down there. It looks like there might be a copper mine down there already. But let's see what's up here. We got some mines up here, it looks like. We got 3 mines up here. Let's see what these are. So that is iron, 94%. 54% iron, and 94. This is actually basically 99% iron because it's crushed iron and iron. So that's 3 iron mines. We don't really need that though, right now anyway. So we got another one down here. This looks like coal. Yeah, mostly coal. Anything else over here? Looks like that's the pit over there. And there's just more. There's another miner down there. That's the pit too though. We'll come back to that. So that's this side. Let's go to the other side of the bridge and see if there's anything over there. What we got down here? These look like copper. So we got copper here. This is 99% copper and 99% copper. So that's good there. There's one back here. Yeah, there's one back here too. That's mostly coal. 2.3% diamond, so that's pretty good. Just trying to mark the ones I've found already. Alright, so that's copper in there if we need it. 2 copper miners. What else we got? This looks like future game expansion. Looks like they're going to put another elevator in. That'd be pretty awesome. Broken down computer, so pretty cool. That plunger we've already done. So it looks like we can probably get a belt through there instead of, our walkway is. Where's our walkway at? Where'd we come in at? I'm not even sure. I'm lost already. Maybe we just haven't gone far enough. Yeah, so we came in over here and right there. So we'll definitely go through there. That's going to be much easier to get a belt through there. So what's over here? This is our gold area, so we've already known this is. We know this is copper, and this gets into our gold processing. So we just gotta figure out how to get down into the pit, I guess. I don't want to jump in there because I don't know if I'll be able to get back out. Let's go across the bridge, see what's across the bridge. Which is right here. Got another plunger here. Let's hit this, see where this goes. Okay, so this is into our gold area as well. Nice. Nice overview of it. Looks like it's operating smoothly. Alright, so what do we got over here? Got some more miners down here. Half copper, half coal. Basically all copper. And they're all copper and all coal. So 2.5 copper here on top of the 2 up there. And what else we got? Anything else over here? Looks like there's no one hiding around the corner here. This one's all copper as well. And then, can we get down here? Yes, we can. So looks like there's a ladder down here. So we have some more miners down here. We got this one here. That one. Got 2 over here. I'll come back and move these lights and make it look nice. I'm just trying to find it quickly here. So it looks like there's 4 miners down here. That one is all copper, all copper, all copper, and all copper. So we got 4 down here, 2.5 up there. That's 6.5, 7, 8.5 copper mines down here. So that's quite a few copper mines. We could make a massive copper mine factory here. So we just got to come up with a plan. Alright, so what I'm thinking is to see if we can maybe scaffold up to this level here and put a big floor across this gap here and have some room to work with. Maybe process the ore into ingots on the bottom floor and ship it up to this platform level and make the parts out of it there. Let's go down and see if we can get scaffolding that high. The first thing I think we'll do is throw these miners in just so that they're in place. Turn them off right away. 1, 2, 3, 4 down here. Nice. Now let's see how, is there another one over there? No, okay. So let's see how high we can scaffold it here. And can we get above these miners? Let's just do it on this bottom floor first. Where is that ledge right there? Looks like we can go pretty high. That's as high as we can go. Let's go see what that looks like. Oh, it's not quite high enough. Could probably put another scaffolding on top of it though. Yeah, we could easily get up here if we want to do. I don't know if that's the right height. Looks pretty close to the right height. Let's go ahead and fill this floor up. I think what we'll do is we'll probably put some chutes in up from these conveyors all the way to the bottom floor. Like we have 2 choices. We can put all the copper onto one belt and then try to split up the ingots. Well, there's not a great way to split up ingots in this game. It's kind of random which path it chooses. We haven't checked the ticket system in a while. Let's check that and see how many tickets. We have 14 research tickets. Looks like there's a straight merge conveyor. This might be what I was complaining about last episode, that I couldn't get a conveyor that came in from the side, that merged from the side. This looks like what we want, so let's definitely get that. Tier 2 splitter, advanced splitter with an automated wiper blade. We'll try that one. Cost us 4 tickets. Blocker, not really concerned about that. Roller routing conveyor. It's only 2 tickets. Let's buy that in case we need it, I guess. What else we got up here? We got the rapid auto miner. We're going to wait on that one until, if you click on here, it says it does not, the miner breaks after some time, cannot produce gems. And we need gems for our final mission, so we're probably going to hold off on putting these in unless we find they're necessary. Cannon conveyor, we haven't messed with that yet. The sorter basket lid. That'd probably be a nice thing to have. We'll see if we have enough tickets left for that. We just have the splitter chute here. And the hatch chute. Splitter chute sounds interesting. Let's buy that. It's only 1 ticket. What is this? Robot grabber arm. Work in progress. Simple robot arm that grabs 1 item at a time. That sounds like what we need. I don't know if it's working. Let's try it. We only have to buy this one here to get to it. Cost us 5 tickets. We don't have enough tickets left for it. But we can complete this copper mission. That'll only get us 1 research ticket. Look at the quests here. We do have 1 quest sitting way back here, the coal crusher one. That gets us 1 ticket. Then we're getting into the final missions here. The enter the pipe world gets us 2 tickets. So we'll work our way through these, but let's get this copper area going first. See if I can get it above these conveyors here, or above these miners. What's gonna let me put it in here? It's hard to get it lined up. I think I'm too high. Yeah, it's not gonna quite fit over top of those. So I know you can like put scaffold on top of this and delete this, and I think that scaffold will stay there. But I kind of trying to keep it structural, keep it looking nice and organized. Okay, the bottom floor is all scaffolded in as much as I could get. There's a couple openings here, but we're gonna have to take one of these out probably to build a little conveyor elevator to bring our stuff up. But we will just see how it goes. It's kind of tight down here, not a lot of room to work. I guess as long as you stay within the grid spaces, it would probably work. But anyways, and then I could not put them above this, but let's go upstairs and take a look at it. So here it is up here. Let's grab our torch. Got a nice platform here. I think we could level it up one more to this one. Might even want to go. I'm trying to get to this level right here. So this might be too high. Well, it probably doesn't matter, I guess. I want to keep it this high so I can walk under it in case I want to put something on this floor too. So let's I guess let's put some more in and see if we can cover this up. I don't know if we can put it over top of the conveyors now, or miners now, that we have this to hook up to. It's kind of believable, like you could basically believe that the scaffolding's attached to each other. So let's see if we can get it. Looks like it'll let me do it. Goes right through the middle of the miner though. We're gonna have to take some of these out anyway to get the belts up, but might as well start with what we got here. So I wonder if I could just go with these originally and then get rid of the other ones, since these poles appear to go all the way to the floor. Like if I delete this, do those poles go all the way to the floor? Let's find out. They do not, so it looks like they're floating. Can I put that back in? Yeah. So we're definitely gonna want those there. Plus it gives us a second floor to work with if we need it. Alright, here's our second floor. We could probably use this for belt routing if we wanted to, so we could kind of hide our belts, but it's kind of hard to bring them up without like an elevator or something. We'd have to take out a whole piece of scaffolding and build a ramp in there, but we'll see how that goes. Let's go take a look at it from the top. A nice building space to work with, nice and flat. We should be able to fit plenty of machines up here. And if we had a nice splitter, we could just run a line down here and like split it off. But so we could either choose to, separate out our copper mines and like put this one to making pipes, this one to making plates, this one to making rods. But that would be a lot of belts though. I don't know if we have room for all that. I think we're gonna try one belt for now, and if we can't split it appropriately, we'll look at splitting the lines. We can go up here and look at the bridge. It looks nice coming from the bridge. We'll be able to run over top of our factory. Looks pretty awesome. So I'm actually gonna run back home real quick, and I think we're gonna take care of that copper mission real quick, since we got a whole bunch of copper or coal going in while we're building. We can take care of that mission pretty easily. All we have to do is put a crusher on this line here, because this is the only thing coming through here is coal. And if we activate that menu, I think it was just crushed coal, right? Yeah, crushed coal, 1020. So let's activate that. This is going to create a huge backup though. Yeah, let's do it. I wish I could turn this off. It's going to make a big mess by the time I get this done. See if I can get this stuff out of here before it gets buried, getting pushed around by the ore. That goes in there. That goes in there, and let's see if we can buy a lid real quick. Did I unlock the lids? Can't remember if I did. Sort of. I didn't unlock it yet. How much does that cost to unlock? Where is it at? Up here. It's only one ticket. Let's go ahead and buy it, just so I don't accidentally suck those gems out of the when I'm doing my cleanup. Buy that real quick. And can we just jump up there and toggle it? Nice. That way when I do this, it won't. Hopefully, it won't suck the gems out. Trying to get most of it out of the way. Alright, and that was also that we could actually take this apart again and take out 4 belts. And a 5th one for the crusher. And the crusher. Alright, that should get that mission going. Alright, while that's going, let's head back over to the copper area and get that going. Just make the leap of faith here. Woo, made it. Alright, so I think what we'll do is, I think we'll start with the miners on the bottom here. First thing we do is we need to find a spot to bring it up at, so either one of the ends or in the middle. So let's hook the mines up first here. Let's grab some belts. This is probably going to be in the way. Let's just bring this out here. This is going to be our main line coming out, I believe. Yep, it'll come out right down the middle here. So this one needs to hook into there. And we'll just put a ledger in here. Alright, so that's that. Now we gotta crush them and blast furnace them. So let's see if we have room for that down here. It's gotta go up 2 into the crusher. We got plenty of room here. We could probably put it in here. Let's see. If we put 2 more ramps in here, could we fit the blast furnace in here as well? So it actually looks like it works, and we could bring a... Do we have enough room to bring it up, though, is the question. If I take this piece of scaffolding out, we might be able to get it up. I wonder if I can put a second line next to this. I wonder if that would work. See if you can squeeze one in there. Yeah, it looks like it will fit, so for future reference, we could fit a second line in here. Alright, so I guess let's just try to go straight up, like a little conveyor belt ramp here, and see if we can get it up. I think we're going to go out 1 and then go up, right? Or is that going to run into that rock? Not there, though. Bad part is it takes up 2 scaffolding spaces. And you can't come through here. If we brought it over 1, we could just take out this scaffolding here. Alright, right now the ramp is split between 2 scaffolding spaces, so I don't like that. I would have to take out both these scaffolding sections to get this to work. So I think I just move this line over. And I might actually try to move the ramp all the way over to here so I can go straight up this corner here. Alright, so I got that straight now. We got 4 copper mines coming down here. They go right on this ramp here. Got plenty of room over here if we need to put a second smelting line in. We can come over here. It kind of goes up this ramp here into the crusher. And this goes right back up into the blast furnace. Then we have a nice little elevator over here on the side. So it comes all the way up to here and empties out right here. So we have all this room for make a little factory up here, so that'll be good. And right now we're going to start with 4. I left enough room to hopefully get a second line in here if we need to. If we need to take this row of scaffolding out, we might be able to get another row coming up. Because I don't know that, I think I counted 8.5 copper mines, so I highly doubt 1 line can handle 8.5 copper mines. But let's design up here with the idea that we're going to have 2 lines going in. And we'll just turn the 4 miners on and see what happens. Let's take a quick look at the quests here. We have, like this last one here, the Copper Mogul one here, we're going to need polished copper ingots, polished copper plates, rods, and pipes. I haven't done pipes yet, but from watching other people's videos, I think it's just 2 plates put together. So we'll probably tackle the plates, rods, and pipes on this level here. And we also have that copper mine across the map that we can use probably just to get the copper ingots. So I am going to concentrate on getting these 3 done over here. So the pipe takes double the amount of material than the plate and rod does. So if I put a splitter up top here and put the pipe on one side and the rods and plates on the other side, that should make it even. Alright, we need, let's see what I got in my inventory here. I just got to get a feel for the size of the machine. So we need, this is a pipe roller, so we're going to need 1 of these. Polisher, we're going to need a couple of these. Rolling mill, we need a couple of those. We're missing something, right? Rods, we need a rod maker. Do we have a rod maker? Rod maker. So let me run back, get the rod maker, and we'll get this set up. So first up is the pipe maker. That's this guy. That's where it comes in one side, goes out the opposite, so it comes in like 9-degree angle thing. Then we have the polisher. We're going to need a polisher on each one of them eventually. Like for now, we don't need them. For these missions, Master of Copper, we just need copper ingots, but then we're going to need to add a polisher to them, so we need to keep that in mind. We need to leave room for a polisher on each one. What is this? This is the rod extruder, and this is the plate maker. And we're going to need 2 of these because we're going to need 1 of these for the pipe machine here. So this will send it right into the pipes, this will send it right out. So that's all the machines we need for that. Well, let's start with the plate maker, or the pipe maker. There's this guy here, it comes in at a 9-degree angle. So we're going to put this on the back edge here, right here. That way we'll kind of create a line on the back that collects them. And that needs a plate maker, so let's put that right in front of it, I think. See if we can go right into it, something like that. And then we're going to need to split this line right away, so half of it goes to this, half of it goes to the other line. So we'll need another. We need 1 making plates here, and then we need a rod extruder right here. So this will need split here. Looks pretty funky. It's probably going to be kind of random. It's not going to be 50-50, but because it could depend how fast the ingots come up. And I think we'll put 1 right here. So this is then basically half to this line. Just go ahead and put it in. So what I'm thinking is like half of it will go here. The other half will come down here, run down this way. Something like that. In theory, that should give 50% of the material to this one, which needs twice as much material. And this one should get 1 each. So this will get 1 ingot, this will get 1 ingot, this will get 2 ingots, in theory. And then we can just put a line out the back here. Hopefully that connects all of it. We're going to have to put a roller belt in here. Do we have one? So the first thing I'm going to do is put a belt back here to collect it all. Something like this. Then we'll put a roller here. We'll have to see if that works. And this will just be our kind of our main belt that goes back to the hub. But in theory, this will go back over to the hub now. Oh, let's see if we can get this up and out of here. I also forgot though that I also unlocked those mergers. So instead of putting this piece here, this looks kind of funky because it goes on halfway. What if we try this new merger piece we have here? Yeah, that looks perfect, and then we can just put a round piece here. Yeah, it looks much better. I don't know. I think we could use that down here too, so let's try taking this out. Let's just see if we can get it out right here. Grab this, let's take all this back. Let's take this back, let's see if we can put a merger in here. Flop that, that'll be good there. Let's just take it straight over to the wall, like that, and we can turn it once. And start ramping it up here. Yep, like so. Like so. See if we can sneak it right through this opening here. Nice, meant to be. Look at that. Looks great. Now all we gotta do is get it all the way over to this opening somehow. So let's just keep going up with it until we... Actually, we're gonna have to sneak through this hole, right? Is this hole both-sided? It can go either side of this elevator. I guess there's no reason to go this side. Let's go to the other side. So let's just go... We probably go up one more so we can walk under it. And then just run straight until we run to the wall. Alright, and there's our pathway back to the hub. Looks pretty good. And I found if you put the, like you see how there's a pole every conveyor belt here. If you put the scaffolding down it, like, it still gives you room to walk under there. A little bit nicer, gives you a little bit more room. I kind of hug the ceiling so it's up pretty high. Put some nice lights up there so the lights are away. And then we got a little ramp up to get up here. Now we just got to figure out what to do with it over here. We do have a miner there that we have to keep in mind we might want to get to eventually. I think we might just hug the ceiling again and go all the way over to here. Before we do that, I think we have one. What is that? Let's check the research real quick and see if we have enough tickets to buy the... It only requires one ticket, bigger, a 3x2 deposit box. Right now I think it's 1x2. Let's go look at it. So I don't know if it's going to delete some of my machines to get this done, but let's go ahead and put that in because I think we're going to want the bigger box. $100,000, we got almost $1 million, so we're good. Nice, so it looks like it pushed the elevator back. I don't remember, I'll have to watch the video, I can't remember what I had here. Doesn't look like it destroyed any of my stuff though. Looks like it just altered this a little bit. Alright, that's in. Minimal disruption to this floor. However, this floor is probably going to get redone anyway because it's not really final. It's kind of our starter base. The other thing I realized I forgot is I forgot to leave room for the polishing machines over at the other end, so we're going to have to redesign that a little bit once we get to that point. But for now, let's turn it on and see what kind of trouble we caused ourselves. Alright, so let's turn these on and see what happens. We have 4 of them to turn on. This one. Yeah, alright, let's turn these off. Actually, I forgot a crucial step here. We never filtered them, right? We never sorted them out, so all the gems are going to get crushed. So I think the way to do that would be to put a sorter right here. See if we have one. See if we can fit this in here. So we want our sorter to be like this. Like that. Then we can just move these belts around. That way whatever I put in the hopper is what I want to go up the line. The rest of it just goes through. I find that to be easier. Instead of waiting for a diamond gem to come through. Yep, like so. And then we can put our ramp back in. And then we just need to take this. Really, we could throw it back on the line, and then just sort it off again up top. Now we're not gonna have a second line down here right away, so I'll redo this area if we're going to. In the meantime, we'll just run it down the line here. Like so. And we'll have to filter when we get off the top here, so let's just turn these on while we're down here, and I'll work on filtering it up top in a minute. So hard to move around down here. Alright, so that's gonna bring it all up top here. And we just have to put a sorter up top here somewhere to get the gems off. Hopefully I left enough room for that. Alright, so I've really messed this up because I forgot to put stuff in the sorter. So it's going to send all the ore up, and I don't want the ore up, I want the crushed gem, or the ingots to come up, so we got to turn these off again. It's going to take me a minute to get this sorted out. Put our magnet here. Put this stuff in the basket. I'm going to go buy a lid for that because I don't think I have one in my inventory. Yeah, I'm going to buy a lid for that so nothing falls in there. And then we'll go upstairs and clean this up too while we're waiting then. Alright, let's just take some of the stuff out. I got crushed ore everywhere up here, so we'll figure that out in a minute. But let's go and take this out, this out. And we want a sorter in here. Something like this probably. So we got to go here or here. So can we get a belt out of here? Yeah, that works out nicely. And then we just need the splitter back in here. So that'll go in there. Then we're going to take these out. Something like that. And we just need a whole bunch of curved belts here. Not the prettiest, but should work. I think what we can do is just grab all this stuff. Probably chuck it over the side, right? Chuck it down there and clean it up later. The other thing I was saying is I didn't leave room for the polishing machines. These all need a polishing machine. So, I don't know, we'll deal with that later. Alright, so I think we're good to go turn it on now. Gotta grab these ingots here. They're just going back to the base right now. Stick it in there. There we go. Now it's just another copper bars this way. And we just have to watch and see. So it's going to kind of split them randomly depending on how fast they come up here. So we'll just have to see how production comes out. See, like I sent 2 that way. But as this fills up, it should split them evenly. Send 3 that way. 4 that way. That was pretty rough. Yeah, so it's not really splitting it evenly at all. We got 1 there finally. We got 2 there, so I don't know, we'll see. Maybe eventually it works out. There we go, we got pipes, we got plates, and we got rods going. We'll have to see if this belt gets overwhelmed. And then once it runs for a while, I'll see if I can add the other miners to it. There you go, it looks like it's working. Got 2 copper plates delivered. Nice, it's coming through. So everything seems to be working as planned. We just have to watch those and see if we can hook up the other miners to it. Hopefully we can. Okay, it's been running a couple minutes here. We completed the pipe mission and we don't have any backup whatsoever. We could easily hook up these other miners, I think. It's not really full at all. So let's hook up these other miners and see what happens. We'll probably have to try a shoot here and see if we can get the ore down to the crusher. But for now, let's just put these mines in. So that is this one down here. These are all copper, right? This is coal. We're gonna skip this one for now. So it's that one. This is this one. This one here. That's half coal, so we're gonna have to deal with that. And this one here, down here. Nice, and we actually have 2 more up here somewhere that will probably hook up as well. But let's get these run first. Let's put in a sorter here. I'm gonna try it right there, I think. I'm gonna try to get a chute down here. How far down does that go? Looks like it goes down far enough. Let's go off that way. Let's bring these in here. Alright, these 4 mines are hooked up, including the coal one. The coal one we're just going to separate off over here. It comes up over here, goes over the sorter here. We'll put some copper in there. We're going to remember to do it this time. The coal will come straight through here, and so will the emeralds and gems. We'll just send them up to the area over here, probably. Deal with that in a second. The rest of these will be dumped into a chute. And we're going to grab a chute here, and we're just going to grab the bottom chute and grab it right there. So let's actually raise that up one. Put the belt in first. Nice, so we'll just put the bottom chute in down here. We'll put in the clear chutes. Nice, that looks good there. And this will run all the way down here. See where that needs to come out. It needs to come over to here, I think. Looks like it needs to come over to here. Let's run back here and hook up this other miner real quick. What was this one again? This is just, yeah, so it's emeralds. That's fine. We can just send that down. Alright, that's all hooked up in there. Joined up nice. We can just get down here. Crouch, yeah, we can get through here. Come down here, I put a chute in over here. Right here, we just gotta grab the bottom. Let's grab a belt right here. And put the bottom in, right there. Also put some see-through, some clear ones in here. That'll come out down here. And we just need to join it into here. Nice, so that should be working. Alright, let's remember to put these in the sorter here. This is crushed iron and regular iron, or copper I should say. Close that. And then we just gotta run this coal belt all the way back to the base again. Alright, so I ran that all the way back to the hub, so we'll take a look at that in a second. Let's go ahead and turn these on. This has copper in it, so that should be sorted just fine. Should be able to turn these on. There's another 4 miners on here, plus a coal miner. I don't really need the coal, but I figure we might as well do it while we're here. And we can turn this one on here. Let's just see if that's working. All the coal should be coming up here. It should be sending it down the chute. Looks like it's going. This should go straight. Nice, the coal should go straight. It should come down to here. It's going down there nicely. And we just gotta make sure it doesn't overwhelm the smelter down there, but we're gonna have to give that a minute to run. Alright, so it looks like the crusher's handling it just fine. It's kind of close to full, but the smelter here is overflowing. pushing some of the ingots over the top here, so I have to do something about that. Let's turn these off down here to at least cut down on that a little bit. Yeah, let's see what solution we can come up with for this. I'll just put a splitter in and put 2 smelters in. Alright, let's give this a go. I altered this a little bit. Down there, we'll just kind of run this over to here. And this is going to split it right here. Let's just split the ore. It still comes out the side here and goes all the way down. See how that works out. And this will come down here. We got 2 crushers, 2 smelters, and it comes out onto the same belt here, so hopefully that's enough. So turn these back on and see what happens. First, let's actually go over here, and we can get rid of this stuff now. Gives us some room to walk. And we can just grab this stuff here and do a little cleanup. Okay, so the sorter looks like it's doing okay. Its belt's kind of full. These are doing just fine. Not backing up at all. These look pretty good. And the copper ingot belt looks pretty good too. Go up top, take a look at it. Yeah, so this belt's coming up. It looks pretty good. Occasionally it slows down a little bit here, but I think we're okay. And this is definitely good. Like this, these are practically empty, so I think we're going to go ahead and take our chances here and add the other 2 miners, which are somewhere over here. I think they're back here. Yeah, they're all the way down in here. So let's add these 2 miners in. 2 or 3. I think it's 2 back here. So this is all copper. And this is all copper. We could maybe add this one into the coal one and send it to the other belt, but that's 2.3% diamonds. We definitely want to do that one. But let's just get these hooked up and get over there. That should do it. We got all 3 hooked up. I decided to hook the coal one up anyway because we were here, so might as well do it. Let's turn this one on. Especially because it has 2.3% diamonds, that's pretty awesome. Turn this one on. This will be 8.5 copper miners on the belt here. Turn this one on. That's going to come up through here. Run up this ramp here. I put scaffolding underneath it so we can walk under it. This comes into a sorter here. This has our standard copper in it. So it goes off to the side here if it goes copper. If there's anything else, it comes out the back here and just goes on this coal line here. So this is coal, and it can have emeralds on it too because it just goes straight to the hub. And then if it comes out as copper, which it should come out here, let's just make sure it does. Nice. It comes over to here, goes down this line, which just runs right next to the other line there. We'll probably put a scaffolding in here too so we can walk under there. And then it comes over to here. I gotta fix this up real quick. Goes this way. Attaches into there. Comes around here and goes over to here. And then goes down in our chute, which actually lines up with our other chute that was already there from the 2nd floor. You can kind of see it right there. So it's going to all line up there, and we should be good to go. We just have to make sure we don't overwhelm the system. Alright, that's been running a couple minutes. You can see the ore kind of falling through from the top here. So let's just jump down there and check out, see what kind of mess we created down there. I think we can fit through here. Nice little shortcut there. So looks like the sorter's a little backed up there, but doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that, which means these should be absolutely fine. Actually works pretty nicely that way. These down here. Make sure these are handling it okay. So these are backed up again. Okay, so we gotta put a third one of these in. It's just barely overflowing. But that's probably gonna build up over time, right? So I decided to go to 3 blast furnaces. Seems to be more balanced now. It has generated them pretty quickly though. And so I basically moved the emerald belt down to this, what I'm standing on right now. There's 3 crushers here. And I put in a system here of... So I put a system in here of... This is typical in factory games where you take a splitter and feed it into 2 more splitters, so you have 4 belts come out evenly, 25% each. And you feed one of those belts back into the main supply here. Supposedly, I've never done the math on it, but supposedly that balances it out to 3 belts. So an even out, goes to 3 belts, and it does appear to be working. So, but I had to put in the manual splitters here and the automatic splitter there because the levers were too in sync with the 2 automatic ones here, and all of the supply was going to one side. So I had to do it this way, and this seems to be working pretty well. So yeah, so that seems to have fixed the backup problem down here. At least I don't know if it created a problem upstairs, but I have to crouch to get through here. And these kind of get backed up on occasion. That's not the greatest situation here, but I don't know how to fix that. Eventually they do clear. But anyways, so let's go up top and take a look at that real quick. Again, these automatic splitters, I might just take them out. They tend to throw stuff everywhere. Maybe we could try putting the manual in here, see if it works any better. That appears to have gotten stuck. Yes, that's not going to work either, right? They're all going to one side. So we definitely need the automatic splitter here. It doesn't do ingots very well. Hopefully I can get those robot arms unlocked and we'll see how that does. But anyways, so this appears to be working. The sorter's keeping up pretty well. And all these machines now, I just threw a whole bunch on, but they're still keeping up. We'll see it once. I just threw all those things on there, so it kind of backed it up a little bit, but it's still processing pretty fast. Even this belt looks okay. Looks pretty full, but... So that's actually going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.